ask me all the time why I do what I do. My vision is to shine a light on everyday people, great people, so that we all can win.
Hey, is it hard?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there today? I hope everybody's having a great day. So I'm excited about this appearance today. South Carolina, stand up. So I have Simmy Nova coming to the stage today. She is an artist out of South Carolina. South Carolina, I'm big on South Carolina. That's where I'm from. That's my roots. She has a unique sound that will blow your mind, and she's wise beyond her years. Had a conversation with her on the phone the other day, and we were talking. I was like, "Wow, I like the way you think. I like the vision that you have to bring all the artists together. It's so much talent that's in South Carolina, and she has this goal of bringing them all together, and I love it." So after this countdown, please give her a warm welcome to the Breaking the Silence stage.
Through the springing grass and the river flows like a sheet of glass. Then the first bird sings and the first bud opens, and the faint perfume from its chalice steals. I know what the caged bird feels.
I used to feel safe, now I feel locked in a cage. I used to feel safe, now I feel
stuck in the darkest abyss, with emotions running deeper than a bottomless pit. So many times I cried, hoping that someone would come in and assist. When they did, I could feel them grow tired of me, so I became distant because I got tired of feeling dismissed. A lot of people that I used to care for so deeply, well, now we just coexist, and whenever they didn't.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So for those of them, though the people that don't know who you are, get them a brief introduction of who you are. Who is Simmy Nova?
To keep it real brief, I'm an artist. I'm a creative. That's really it. I make music. I like doing photography. I like doing videography. Things that I'm learning along my journey. Get me started, you know.
Awesome.
Soon to be a radio host, hopefully. So
Okay.
we got
Congrats.
some big things coming,
Okay, I like it. So
Yeah.
tell me, how did your music journey start?
Church. Church. But at the age of 4, I used to run up to the lady at the piano in church, and that's literally where it started from. It started there. I've always had a love for it. I want to say by the time I hit about 6 years old, maybe, church choir and praise team. So it started there. That's when I started discovering my voice for real. Um, come, I'm gonna say 2007. I don't remember how old I was. I was a kid. But come
Wow.
2007, there was a show called The Naked Brothers Band on Nickelodeon. Bunch of little kids just running around making music, being wild. So at that point, I saw their artistry, and I'm like, maybe I can do this, you know? So
Wow.
that started it. And it went from there.
Everybody roots always start in the church. They were singing on the choir,
Of
playing an
course.
instrument or something. It always starts with the church. I love it. I love
Always.
it. So what type of music do you typically create?
Um, Hip hop. I'm gonna just say hip hop, and then I'd like to venture into R&B, but I'm starting with hip hop.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. So you sound like you do a little bit of maybe R&B on top of that too. Have you tried
Yeah.
that too?
I try. I try. We got some things in the works right now. But I don't know. I have a really chaotic mind, so it's like I want to stick to one thing at a time, master that, and then move on to the next thing. You know.
Okay. So I noticed when when I was you was backstage and Toy was up there talking about aren't the artists and they the same. You was like, uh-uh. So
Mm-mm.
you don't think they're the same? What do you think is the difference, the artist and between an artist and a rapper?
Rappers. See, that's part of the reason why I didn't call myself a rapper too. There's certain things that rappers are able to do. I say like freestyling on the spot, wordplay, all these different things that come into
Mhm.
that, versus actually being a creative and taking time to think outside of the box with what you put into your art.
Hmm. So that's just like the difference between an author and a writer.
Yeah, anybody can write. You know,
Mm-hmm.
anybody can rap. Does that mean it sounds good? No.
Absolutely. I agree. Like the way you think. I like that.
Yeah.
So what artists influenced you on this journey?
I got a lot actually, but I'll stick to my main three. Kendrick is a big one. You know,
Mm,
he got his thing going on right now. Kendrick and Cole are in my top. Female artists, I like Rhapsody. Rhapsody is very, very heavily slept on, but she's one of my favorites.
well, I'm not
Rap.
gonna ask you why you like Kendrick, but I'm gonna ask you why you like Rap City.
So Rhapsody, honest, she's from North Carolina. That's one thing. So that makes it feel a little bit more tangible to me. I feel relatable to her. Honestly, she's from the Carolinas. She's not like your regular everyday flashy artist that's, rapping. You know how female artists are nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah.
not rapping about the same thing. Her music actually has substance to it. And it makes me feel like, okay, if she can do that, I can too.
Right, right. I was getting ready to say the same thing. If she can do it,
Yeah,
she was local at a point.
for
Now
sure,
she's
for sure.
big. I get it. I get it. So listen, we're gonna play like a quick game, real quick.
All right.
I'm gonna give you two words. You tell me which is more important or which is more impactful. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In this case, which one do you think gets across to your audience more, the lyrics or the music?
uh, I'm gonna say the lyrics. I'm gonna say the lyrics. The music has a big part of it, but the lyrics easily.
But you know, most people when they listen to a song, they're not listening to the lyrics at the beginning. They're listening to that music. If it hit right, then they're gonna listen automatically.
It depends on who you're listening to, though.
That's true too. That's
It
true.
depends
That's
on
true.
who you're listening to. Now, initially, yeah, the music catches your attention, and I'm
Mhm.
that type of person too. I'll feel it out a little bit, but you're right. If the music ain't hitting,
You be
I'm
like
probably not gonna
next.
stick around. I'm probably
Exactly.
not gonna stick around. But for me
Exactly.
personally, for my artistry, I'll go with the lyrics.
Okay. I feel
Yeah.
that because Cage Bird, when I first played it for the first time, the first feel I was listening to the music, and then the
Mhm.
second time I listened to it, I was listening to the lyrics. The lyrics
Okay.
are really powerful. So y'all gotta check Cage Bird out. That's our favorite song. It's definitely my favorite song now. The
Thank you.
lyrics hit. They really do. I love it. All right. So on this scale, Drake or Nas?
In regards to I'm don't kill me. I'm more of a Drake fan.
Hey.
I'm more of a Drake fan, and I think it's a cultural thing. I
Mm,
came up with Drake. I watched Drake come up. Now watching everything fall for him, that's
mhm,
it's a process. But prior to all of that, I was a bigger Drake fan than Nas. Nas is a better artist. Drake is a
mhm.
better entertainer.
Facts. I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree. You hit that on the knot. That's
yeah,
what I was looking for. Yep, you
yeah.
right. I ain't gonna kill you on that when you made it right.
Don't hurt me.
All right, so this is a harder one. J.
Okay,
Cole or Tupac?
that's another thing. It's a cultural thing. I'm a
Mm.
bigger Cole fan. I'm a bigger Cole fan.
But why though? Tupac now. Tupac was still living. He probably be hitting.
You think so?
Yeah. Hands down, him and Biggie. Come on now. Come
I
on.
gotta go with Cole, and it's again, it's just because I grew up listening to them, and they got me through a lot of things that, like I said, I wasn't there for Tupac's era. Like
Right.
when I was born is when he died. He died a couple months later,
Wow.
so
Okay.
I
I
wasn't
get
there
it.
for the yeah, I wasn't there for his actual journey, and that's what I think makes it a little bit different for me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do one last one.
All right.
Jeezy or Ti?
Tia, Tia,
Why Ti?
Tia. More relatable. He has a
Mm-hmm.
that's what I meant when I said an artist and a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ti ventured out a little bit more into his hip hop side versus with Jeezy he raps, and it's like I gotta be in the mood to listen to Jeezy. Versus if I put on some
Mm-hmm.
Ti, you can get a little bit of different vibes from him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. I agree because
yeah.
Ti is on that different level of
Oh
thinking,
yeah, for
big
sure.
time. He real smart. So I get you on that one. I got it. I
Yeah.
got it. So I have my not my most important question, but one of my most important questions for you.
Okay.
What advice would you give upcoming artists on their journey? You know, what are some things that you wish that you would have known as an upcoming artist that you can give and share to somebody else?
I would say if you really, really, really believe in yourself, do not let anybody else, I mean anybody, sway how you feel about yourself and the journey that you know you're about to be on.
Mm,
That's it. And I say that because coming out of school, I knew I wanted to do this. I knew I wanted to do this, and I did all of my backup plans, listening to everyone else. So I tried the military. I tried college. I tried. Well, I'm still working. That's part of life. But I tried
right.
all these different things. And initially, I'm coming back to the music. I'm coming
Mm,
back to the music because back when I was growing up, and it was a little bit more important to me. A lot of people, you couldn't see people being monetized off of doing music. It
all right.
wasn't a thing yet. This was back in like 2011, between 2011 and 2014, before the internet became a really really big thing.
Right.
So if you believe in yourself, don't let anybody else get in your ear. Continue to do what you think it is you're gonna do, and your path will lay out before you.
Awesome. What do you think is like the biggest challenge in the music industry? Because now, like you said, technology has taken over, so it's nothing like it was back in the day. It's actually in a place where it's a little bit easier for you to distribute your music now. But I
Hmm.
mean, what are some of the biggest challenges that you think you face as an artist? People say you're around here being a starving artist. You gotta still work. Until you get big.
And
So,
I think that's the challenge. I think
mm,
there's way too many people that have access to it.
mm-hmm.
That's literally it. So when you do come around and you meet artists that are actually decent, it's like, oh, well, comparison. I say
Right.
comparison is the challenge. There's so many people that you can be compared to, and it makes it harder for you to keep your eyes on what it is that you're trying to do.
You're right. You're right. Because there's a lot of people out there that can sing. It's
A
a lot of
lot.
people out there that can rap, and,
Yeah,
and everybody deserves to be, in that spotlight, but they can't choose everybody. That's the problem. I agree.
definitely oversaturated. Yeah,
Definitely.
that's
So
the
let's
word.
talk. Let's talk about this vision that you have to bring all the artists in South Carolina together. What is
Yeah.
your vision and your move on that?
So recently, I actually had an opportunity to host a radio show, and excuse me, he gave me full creative control over the show.
Hmm.
So my goal is to bring people on the show, kind of like what you guys are doing, interview them, of course. But towards the end of the show, I want to know who locally you want to work with, who locally is your favorite. Basically, just bringing everybody together because I've done a few shows last year, and a lot of people that I come in contact with, we all have mutual friends, mutual
Mhm.
acquaintances, yet nobody's working together.
Mm.
Like we know each other, but we ain't doing nothing about it. So
Right.
that's the goal. Make that
Okay.
push
So
for everybody.
do you think in the future you would try to create a label?
Maybe that was one of my visions when I was younger. At one point, like a multimedia label, not even just
Mhm.
music, but everything. That was a goal of mine to have a big. What's the word I'm looking for? When I was younger, I couldn't think of a word for it. I called it a multimedia mall, basically.
Mm.
Except for
Okay.
instead of stores, you've got all these different places for creatives. So you've got like people that write. So you've got a studio. You've got like a dance studio, big room with mirrors for people to rehearse dancing or performances and all that. You've got
Mm.
a photography studio, a videography studio. You've got people that like actual art, like hands-on artsy painting and drawing and different things like this. That was one of my visions.
Wow. So you said that
It
sound
was.
past tense now.
It is right now. It
Okay.
is right now. It's not. That's not to say that it won't come into fruition later. I
I
gotta.
think
I
that's a
gotta.
great idea.
I have. Like I said, I'm. My mind is all over the place. So I gotta focus on one thing at a time.
I get it. I go through that
Yeah.
every day. I'm like over here, over there. I'm like, wait a minute. You got to focus on one thing at a time.
Yes. Yeah.
But you got to make that happen. I like that idea. I really like that idea.
Thank you.
So, my most important question, my last question of the interview today is what's next for you and how can people follow your journey as an artist?
What's next for me is actually the journey. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm just getting started within the last year or so. Um, I have an EP coming out this summer that I'm working on right now, along with that radio show, and then I have a second EP that I'd like to drop in the winter. Um, and hopefully, I'm hoping we can do another summer tour. But if not, then I just like to go around and go to different open mics and make myself known. Basically, I like to go out and find my audience versus posting on the internet as much. Now, I do realize that the internet is a big part of the process, so that's something that I'm working on as well. Just getting more content to put out there for people as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I was having that conversation with the other day and I was like, you know what? How you artists around here don't have no social media presence? Now you got to do better.
It's one of I don't know. It's like I feel a big difference between personal and career, and it's hard to bring both of them together.
I
I know
agree.
that's what makes me one like as a whole person, and I don't know. It's just like okay, personal is personal, career is career. I'm trying to find that line to differentiate the two.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
then to be so young, I'm like, she's young and don't have no social media presence. I'm like, that's weird too. But you got to have that presence because technology is where it's at now. So
Yeah.
that's how you're gonna get your music out there. That's how people
We're
gonna follow
working
you.
on it. We're working on it. But
Okay,
again,
now.
in addition to that, like I said, I like to go out and find my audience. So where other people are on the internet, like posting and trying, hey, can you listen to? Nah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go perform, and then I'm gonna go interact with my people.
I
And
love
then
it.
you're more local. You're more not more local. You're more likely to get your fan base up that way. It's a slower journey,
Yeah,
but it's worth it.
I believe it. I believe it. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you different. And I see you going all the way to the top. Like you said, it's a slower journey, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. I agree.
Definitely.
Completely. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of Breaking the Silence with me today. I really appreciate your time. Oh,
Thank you
and
for
everybody, let
having
me
me.
make this announcement. So she is gonna be a featured artist for the BTS Level Up Showcase next year.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe she's coming on open mic for July. I think we said it for July for
We did
open
set for
mic.
July. Yep.
So she will be performing. So y'all will be able to see what she got going and get this going.
Yep.
But so I got you. I'm supporting you. I'm behind you 100%. If there's anything you want me to promote, just shoot it to me and I'll run with it.
I got you. I appreciate that.
You welcome. You welcome. And thank you so much, everyone else out there. Let me give you a little snippet of what she got going on with Cage Bird.
I used to feel safe, now I
where you can unleash your inner voice with author Nikki Nicole. I hope everybody has a great day. Make sure y'all run over there to Apple Music, YouTube, all the platforms that it may be at, and download Cage Bird. This song is a hit. I'm telling you, the lyrics, the music, everything about it. Please support her journey. South Carolina, stand up. That's where my roots at. I love it. I'm gonna always support where I'm from. Never ever forget it. So next on the stage is gonna be Shalant. He's an artist coming to the stage on Friday. Make sure y'all tune in for that episode. And once again, I thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of Breaking the Silence. Make sure you follow her journey. Have a great day. Thank you so much to everyone that has supported me on this journey. I really appreciate everything that you have done thus far. Words will never be able to express the gratification that I have within my heart. Continue to like, share, and subscribe.